I'm so sad. My 74 Dodge Monaco is gone. Sold it on eBay. Had that car for 7 years. I got to get rid of some cars. You know, I got this red car on eBay right now. That ambulance has actually been sold to a guy in Alaska, and he's waiting for the ground to thaw so he can drive it back. Keeping the XLR. I love the XLR. I'm going to keep it. I'm thinking about repainting it or wrapping it or something. I just got to thin out the herd. You know, I've got like 25 something cars, and I got too many cars. People are like, why are you selling that car? It's like, you can only keep so much. And I plan on buying other cars in the future. There's other cars that I want, and you just can't keep everything. You know, I have my Knight Rider car, I have my Scooby-Doo, I have my DeLorean time machine, I have my Cadillac 63 convertible, I've got my big truck, I've got my XLR convertible, I've got my other ambulance, I got my Rolls-Royce Phantom, got my other white Rolls-Royce. I've got several other Trans Ams that I don't even do anything with. I've got cars in Dallas that aren't even here. I've got fleet vehicles, Sprinter vans. I got a little HHR. I've got, you know, I had to get rid of my mom's Cadillac since, you know, my mom died earlier this month. And I've been getting rid of her stuff because there's just no sense keeping it, you know. Then my wife has her car. And then, like I said, I want to buy some other stuff. And so I figured in this video, I'd just do kind of an update. People love it when I just do updates. They want to know what's going on with my life. Like, for instance, I got my beard all dyed up. You know, I get lazy sometimes, and I let it turn gray because I'm lazy. But I'm going to a cool rock concert tonight, and I wanted to look my best. So I got myself all dolled up. Hey, and I'm not afraid to talk about the fact I dye my beard. Other people dye their hair blue and pink. I mean, everybody knows their hair isn't blue. So, you know, no one's beard looks like this, so I decorate it. What's wrong with that? I'm not afraid to admit it. All right, hey, let me take you into my office building and show you what's happening in here, because you guys haven't seen this. Not really a lot to look at in here. It's just an office building, but we painted it gray. We've been kind of fixing it up. This is going to be like our eBay shipping center, things like that, you know. So I'm getting a computer set up. I bought an iMac, I got some printers, got a Galaga machine because you need that. Got some pinball machines over here that I had from my other place. This is my Ghostbusters machine, Elvira, Back to the Future. And they're all signed too, you know, like this one's signed by Ernie Hudson. This one's signed by Elvira up there. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. No, won't let me. No. And then this one's signed by everybody from Back to the Future, you know, Tom Wilson, Christopher Lloyd, Michael J. Fox. And I know you're saying this is a terrible place to put this, and you're right. We did it in paint pen, and then I put several layers of clear coat over it so that it won't rub off. But I'm probably going to put a clear Lexan thing on top of this or something like that. The reason I did it on this was because I didn't have hardly anything portable. You know, like I thought, okay, what can I take from the machine that I can get them to sign? And I didn't want to take a chance on walking around with this big piece of glass, right? Because that's tempered glass. And I thought this was the most durable thing I could walk around the Comic-Con with and get these guys to sign it. So it was this. I don't know. But it hasn't been rubbing off. I mean, it's been that way for a couple of years. But anyway, I know people are like, oh, this is a stupid place to put Michael J. Fox's autograph. But like I said, I put a bunch of clear on it. Like I said, I'm gonna put something else on there to protect it. But it's held up pretty well. I got a little dining table here. Little kitchenette. I wish I had done a video on what we did here, and I don't know if I can get to it. We made a point of use hot water heater that mounted behind this sink, and it's like, it puts out instant hot water. And it works really well, and I wish I could show you the thing. But it's real small. It's like the size of my hand, and it works great. So anyway. People like to see what's in the office. There's a bathroom in there. You can pee in there. This is going to be my new jam room. You know, as I have a band, and I'm putting together another band. And right now, it's just got a bunch of my crap in here. Some of my amps and a bunch of totes and some of my Halloween figures and just junk that I got to figure out what to do somewhere. But of course, we had some leftover red from the house. Painted the walls red. This is my Line 6 digital mixer system. This is what I use. I use all Line 6 equipment. I think it's the best. You can argue in the comments what you think. Anyway, this is going to be our rehearsal space one day. We're going to get a drum set over here and get everything. It's going to be cool. And we'll do live, you know, rehearsals from here. People can watch. This right here is just a It's just a room. That was my mom's bed. Just some racks, some storage. People always wonder what I'm storing. I don't care, I'll let you see. Got a Slimer back there and just totes full of stuff. Pretty crazy. Here's the thing. The people that lived here, they were preppers. And they used to keep food and all kinds of storage back here. And I should probably do that. I need to store some food. I'm gonna do a separate video all about what we're doing to the ambulance, but hey, since this is an update video, I'll just show you what we're doing to the rig. All right, we added some stuff. We added these LEDs up here on each side. Those automatically come on when you put it into reverse. We have these cameras up here, and I'll show you how those are working. Did all this hitch, as you saw my buddy Michael did. Amazing work the dude did. We still haven't done the toilet. There's going to be a toilet in this closet. Another project that we're working on is relocating the truck batteries to this location. Now, we haven't actually done it. We just put in the tray and the batteries are actually here. Basically, we're gonna build bus bars out of this aluminum rod where they're all just gonna be held together that way. And then we're gonna run cables that'll run, you know, over there to where the batteries are on the other side. Now, one of the reasons we're relocating the batteries into this tray is because we wanna install a secondary tank. You see, there's one tank here. This is a 50-gallon tank. Now, 50 gallons just doesn't get you very far in a rig like this. So I managed to find this other tank off another 4300 International. Got it for like 200 bucks. But we need to do some modifications to it so that we can mount it over here on this side. And this side is where the batteries are, right? So this is a nice dressed up box, right? So what we're gonna do is, this has a nice battery slide, but we're gonna remove all of this. All right, we're gonna route the battery cables that way to that other box. And then we're gonna add that other tank here, and that's gonna require a lot. Now, we've been doing a lot of electrical stuff here. So basically, we're not done with this yet, and I may rearrange all of this. I found a place here locally in Vegas where I've been getting these big lead acid batteries for 100 bucks a pop. They've got pallets of them. It's a lowrider store, and they sell tons of these to the local lowrider guys for stereos, and they're lowriders. And they're heavy. But I may end up redoing this whole thing and going with some lithium ion or LiPo batteries rather. And what I'm considering doing is, rather than having a series of 12 volt 100 amp batteries, I'm thinking about going with 12 volt 200 amp long batteries if they'll fit in this tray. And I may have to do 6 or 8 or 10 of those. I don't know how many I'm going to need, but I may fill this whole thing up with battery so that I can do full boondocking for days at a time on battery. I've got this 3000 watt Duracell inverter, and it works great. It powers everything great. And then I've got this 20 amp charger that's set up to charge all the batteries, right? But what I think I may end up doing is using a much more sophisticated, although much more expensive system that would be an inverter charger, where it's a built-in inverter and charger in one unit. However, most of the ones I found are only 2,000 watts. This one's 3,000 watts. I'd really like to have the 3,000 watts. What we were doing here is we were going to hook up this AC switch so that when you're plugged in, this switch activates and automatically does throughput power to the rig inside without using the inverter. We're still working on it. It's a work in progress. So, in this bay over here, this is going to have some water control. We don't have it in here yet. But this little instant water heater, which is different than the one that's over there, completely different, and we may not be able to use this. This is made for doing like hot boiling water, but I just need a little bit of hot water to go into the sink, and let me show you how that's working. In my previous ambulance video, I demonstrated how Mike had hooked up this auto step for me, which is fantastic, worth every penny. And we turn these fluorescent timers on. Let me go, hold on just a second. Let me turn on the power in the cab so that we'll have power in the modules. And while I'm in there, I'll just show you what's happening in here. There's a cutoff switch there that controls all the power. And I think I showed some of this in my other previous video. But one of the things that we did, by we, I mean Mike, put in this remote lock system that locks all of the doors on the entire rig. Okay. And also put in this Sony Bluetooth stereo, which is really awesome because it's actually a single DIN unit, but a double wide face. So you can put it right in where a single DIN unit goes, and then the face hangs over. So if you have room underneath like we did here, you can fit that in. And then with this camera system here, I can look, that's the downward facing camera. That's the side view, like where I can't see where the mirror goes. And then that one is coming off of the hitch. So I'll be able to see my hitch ball once that's there. This thing is loud. So sorry about all that. So, and actually it's showing my voltage is low. So I really need to start it up and let it charge. It's gonna kick into high, which means I need to let it run for a while. Because it's showing low voltage, and let me see. There we go. Yeah, everything works on this thing, all the lights and everything. I don't want to turn it on right now because I don't want to freak out the neighbors. But let me take it back. Go back inside. See, now all the lights are on. Close the door here so it's not as loud. And we'll turn on the power. Now, one of the things I demonstrated before was this system here. I can remotely start the truck once the module is turned on, which is pretty cool. You know, so if I were to put this to the on position, I'd be able to take the key out and it would just stay running. It's pretty cool. And then this little control panel here shows me my voltages and my amp draws. This hasn't been mounted yet. It's just like a weather center showing you the temperature outside. And then here I can operate all the various little lights. Get it all nice and bright. It's on dimmer, so I'll make it super bright. There we go, super bright. We got this microwave mounted up in here, which is super cool. Make a hot pocket. Got some latches here on the freezer so that the doors don't go fly open. You know, added those. Just got this trash can sitting here and it's just fine. But basically routed some access through into that other box that goes right to the inverter. I'm hardly using any power in this thing, I really am not. We got this sink here, but we haven't hooked it up to anything. I went through and had to replace all these little gas struts. Now, these little gas struts, if I got them from the original supplier, are like $100 a piece, and there's tons of them in here. But getting them on eBay, I was getting for like $10 a piece. So this raises up, so you have full access. And then you have these little shocks. I need to put in some more powerful ones because this thing's too heavy. The ones I got were only the 20-pound units, I think. But also put in this cool little table. I just found this table. I don't know who makes it. I don't know where to get it. I just found it, and now I have it. People were asking me about it. Put this TV and sound bar in here, which is cool. This right here will be where the bed will go. It's just an extended version of the bench that was already there. Put this tank in. Mike custom made these straps out of some scrap metal. We're going to have this pump there. So what's going to happen is it'll pump the fresh water out, and there's going to be two separate pumps because one's going to run the toilet and one's going to run the sink, which is way overkill. And then there's actually this fill that goes to the outside of the truck to fill the tank. So that's going to be interesting. Had this heater in here while we were working because it was super cold in here. Yeah, we got lots of these little struts put in. Oh, that one's not installed. That's right. I got to fix that one. I'm making a fool of myself every time I try to open something and show it off. I'm an idiot. Anyway, so this is how it's a mess. It's a mess in here. So this is what we're doing. Let me turn off all this junk because it's just running down the battery that I'm trying to charge. This little thing here will tell you your temperature, pressures, PSIs, RPM of the engine, your voltage, and how many amp draw you have. You know, turn that off. I don't need that. So anyway, okay. So yeah, if you want to know more about our ambulance build, just go back a couple of videos. If you're a subscriber, you probably also. But go back a couple of videos and you can see some of the progress. I'll do an official video on the ambulance, showing you all those things we just did. But you as a subscriber, you're getting kind of a sneak peek at it. Grab my tripod. This is the tripod that I use when I'm doing my videos, and it's sitting outside and I need to bring it in. All right, let's take a look at the shop and I'll show you what we've done to this place too. All right, well, now we got the sound of the truck running. Painted this room on the outside gray. It looks better. Check out the toolbox though, right? Oh, wow. So we've made this our icon section. This box is gonna be slightly portable so that you can pull it kind of outside. The idea is, rather than pulling a car inside like the ambulance or something, you open this door and you have access to all the tools and all the things here while you're working on the vehicle that's parked right there. These are icon cabinets. These are about $1,500 a piece. I haven't really figured out what I'm gonna put in there. I've just got like some Allen wrenches on a drawer that's capable of holding bars of gold, some Milwaukee, which means the good land. So, I'm still figuring out what to put in here. I mean, this drawer, this is where Icon really shows off because that's some heavy stuff, and it's a heavy duty rig. I'm really happy with the Icon stuff. This cabinet over here we've made into sort of like a charging rack. I don't know what we're gonna put in there. I don't know if these cabinets are really worth $1,500 a piece, but here they are. Now this one's the US General, which is a step below the Icons. And I've got some tape in there. These are about $500-600 a piece. Got some electrical stuff. Got some storehouse junk. As you know, I'm a big Harbor Freight lover. Love me some Harbor Freight. But I'm not gonna go through every drawer, but trust me. This is a mini split air conditioner that we got. It's a toilet we're gonna put in there. That's the time machine, of course. Everybody should have a time machine in there with their toolboxes, in case you got to go back in time and try to find the missing 10mm that you lost and go, where is it? I'll get the time machine and they'll tell me where it is. This room is still a work in progress. This is going to be our clean room, and we're going to use this for assembling DeLoreans and all those other kind of things. Getting these walls prepped, getting the floor prepped, getting this giant hole prepped. And this is another disaster. Well guys, hey, hope you enjoyed this little update. More to come. I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos now that I'm getting more settled down into the new house. Lots of cool stuff to show you. Stay tuned. There's gonna be tons of, I'm about to post about 3 or 4 videos all in a row that are gonna be really cool. So just stay tuned for those. Thanks for being a subscriber, and thanks for sticking with me. A lot more stuff coming up. I love all you guys. Thanks. I'm Videobob.